Hello, brethren. Welcome to Tuesday. I'm getting sharper in my old age. I just remembered it was Monday yesterday, for a bizarre reason. Just putting the brakes on my manual chair. Ooh, things in the way. Anyway, tuned up today. Yeah, anyway, first off, big shout up for my friend Ross Turner of Turner Films. Ross Turner Films, or is it just Turner Films? But he makes wine out of water. And this latest one that I've just seen today is made wine out of strawberries. And by his reaction to drinking it, it's phenomenal. Yeah, excellent. My favourite person on YouTube, absolutely, definitely. Yeah. So sorry, I was looking at the timer thing. Yeah, he lives in Wales, so probably won't be bobbing off down there for a pint with him anytime soon. What else has happened? There's other things to tell you. Oh, it was going to rain at 7 o'clock tonight, but then at about 3 o'clock I thought, shall I go outside on my electric chair? And it started raining. So I stopped doing that, and then I'm waiting for Amazon delivery, and it's got the map on, you know, when they're getting close, and it's got like, you're only 3 stops away. And this was like, I don't know, 1 o'clock when it first came on. By the time I was still thinking of going outside on my electric, it still said 3 stops away. And I don't know what time it is now, but later than 4 o'clock, I think. Anyway, the bloke turned up, and it says in instructions, if you can't answer the door, what shall we do? So I put, porch is unlocked, just chuck it in there, it'll be fine. So anyway, I heard a knocking on the door, went down there, opened the door, and he's off down the driveway, and so he's not read this delivery instructions at all. They never do. Oh, I've got this barfly. They call them barflies, don't they? They're like little sort of tiny fly things. They go for anything sweet. I've got chocolate biscuit things, not chocolate cheese biscuit things. They were going for that. So I don't know. I don't understand them. But I've got a big can of fly spray, and every time I pick it up, it disappears completely. So I think it knows stuff. Put both brakes on there, and I need to go a bit further back so I can read the words to my song. Oh dear. Anyway, this is cool. Anybody else? Shout out for Corey and Lisa, that was birthdays yesterday. Stevie Byers, used to work with him, he said hello. And Nakasiro and Paolo send me waves every day. Thank you very much. I love to hear you or see your contributions. Oh yeah, what's his face? Ross. He was wondering whether he should pick his wife up, but he'd been sampling his strawberry wine that he'd made himself. And he's got like this breathalyzer, and he did it, and he was twice over the limit. So obviously he wasn't going to go risking going picking her up. But stuff like that, and in his videos, there's all sort of unexpected things happening. Like at the beginning, he's got this blender to put the strawberries in, and the top falls off. And it's obviously not staged or anything. He hasn't got a clue. Do you know what I mean? It's just all new to him. But it makes it wholesome for that. You know, he's like a proper human being. Anyway, we used to do this song at a ukulele group that I formed with the vicar down the road, nice lady, Doreen. I was calling her Doreen, and it was doing her head in, but pronounced Doreen, apparently. Spelt Doreen, but pronounced Doreen. But yeah, it's her establishment, like little chapel thing down the road. And we formed a little group. My theory was if I could get 10 people paying £3 a go, and I'll provide the instruments, whatever. So it would be 30 quid a night. But as it turned out, it was, on a good night, 5 people. So, yeah. But it went on for a while, and they're great people to get on with. There was Len the Baptist. There was Pete, Doreen's husband. Leslie. And Marlene, who's Len's wife. I think she might have been there as well. She's gone. She's up there. What do we call it? In the Sky. Pearly Gates Tavern. An occasional other people. But no, it wasn't an earner. But it was fun to do. We used to do this one called Morningtown Ride. And the Seekers used to do it. Not on my ukulele night though. Well, they might have done, but not in the same room. Crane wheel blowing makes a sleepy noise. Underneath their blankets go all the girls and boys. Rockin, rollin, riding out along the bay. Get me words back. All bound for Morningtown, many miles away. Oh yeah. Well, the driver at the engine, Fireman rings a bell, Sandman swings a lantern show, all is well. Rockin, rollin, riding out along the bay, all bound for Morningtown, many miles away. Maybe it's raining where our train will ride. All the little travellers are warm and snug inside. Rockin, rollin, riding out along the bay, all bound for Morningtown, many miles away. Might have to get some words up here. Oh, no we didn't. Anyway, here we go, last verse then. Somewhere there is sunshine, somewhere there is day, some there is Morningtown, many miles away. Rockin, rollin, riding out along the bay, all bound for Morningtown, many miles away. last one again. Somewhere there is sunshine, messed up the last bit. Whatever. It's not like somebody's paying me for a service, are they? They're just suffering in silence. You dear friends of mine. I can't think of the word, but me people that I see through the media, through the television, through the whatever. Yeah, so I don't actually physically know you. I mean, I think that's what I'm trying to say. One or two I might, because one or two might listen to me. Well, Stevie Byers for one, who I mentioned at the beginning of the thingy. I know him. I used to work with him. But I think he's still working there. But yeah. Oh yeah, another one, Lisa, whose birthday was yesterday. Because one of my jobs at Bacon Garth School, no, in fact, two jobs. I was a lollipop. Oh no, I wasn't a lollipop man. I was a ukulele teacher. I did that. That's how I started there. And then I got offered a job as a dinner lady. And anyway, so everything was fine. And the person that employed me seemed to be like fine and everything. And then all of a sudden she got this thing about footwear. And I was wearing Crocs to work because they're comfortable. And anyway, she went loony because they weren't for health and safety sort of thing. And she said if something dropped on your foot, you break your foot. And we can't allow that. You've got to go and buy some safety boots. So, saying that I need safety boots for the job, but they're not going to supply them. Incidentally, police force as well, I got told that. They have to buy their own footwear. It's not supplied as a uniform. Because a lollipop man, I had to supply my own footwear. And you think it's fairly essential for them. They gave me loads of high-vis and everything and a lollipop. But I'm standing on my feet doing the job, aren't I? So you'd think they would supply footwear that, was slip-proof and whatever. But you're standing on your feet. You need that all the time. I didn't need like 3 peak caps and hood things to attach to my high-vis and everything. I didn't need any of them. Well, no, yeah, none of them really. Maybe the peak cap, because 1 peak cap, not 3. Anyway, yeah. So going back to my story about at the school, there was another lad that worked as a dinner lady as well, Mike. And one of the at the end you have to fold the tables up and then wheel them onto a trolley thing. Everything's really heavy though. Anyway, if you wheel it onto the trolley, if you don't do it right, it bounces back, and it did do, and it broke his foot. He never reported it. And yeah, so if he had done, maybe the school would have had to supply safety footwear for employees. But Lisa was like head cook there, and I put a little aside, like it's happy birthday, whatever, and as a side, I hope you allowed for your special day to have open-toed footwear, sort of as a jibe at the business manager of the school who just suddenly lost the plot. Yeah, and a good one on that. I got sent home because I got the wrong footwear on. And as I'm walking through all the, the hallway with all the tables out with all the kids, and it was the little kids sitting, and they're going back. And this one says to me, says, where you going, Mickey? And I like that because they didn't. They wanted me to be called Mr. Thomas. But she called me Mickey. She says, where you going, Mickey? I said, I've got to go home. She says, why? She says, because I've not got the right footwear on. She says, well, you can borrow my shoes if you want. And she's like, I don't know, 4. Beautiful. Another one of the kids asked me if I could be her stepfather. And I says, why? She says, and it turns out she hadn't got a stepfather. She got a father, proper father, but all her friends had only got stepfathers, and she wanted a stepfather. She said, will you be my stepfather? Smashing the kids, aren't they, eh? Anyway, that's about it for today. Yeah, it was going to rain at 7, but it started early, now it's stopped. And then I might go out again, but I don't know, see how it goes. Anyway, as always, see you tomorrow, and thanks for coming.